Hey girl, hey, it's your J, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for sliding through. If you're returning, welcome back. So I have been on the browns really heavy lately on my channel. I just feel like they are so perfect for the summer. I feel like they complement my skin it complements my skin so well, and so as a result, I've just been obsessed. All I want to do is brown styles at this point. So that's exactly what we done today. So we did another Miracle Knot style, but we did switch it up just a little bit. So because a lot of people are, either finding it difficult to crochet the pieces in, feel like it's taking longer, or just overall think that it will be easier to braid the pieces in, I was like, let me show you how to do both. So I kind of mixed up the techniques. I crocheted in some of them, and then I'm also going to show you how to actually just like feed them in like normal. We're still 100% human hair, so we don't have any added synthetic hair or braiding hair or anything like that. So if you do want to see how I achieve this look, then make sure that you do stay tuned. I do want to start by saying thanks to Ywigs for sending me over some hair today. They did send me over 5 bundles of their water wave hair in the color 4. Now this is my first time doing the water wave in the crochet, so I am really excited to see how it holds up and everything. Make sure that you are following me on all social platforms if you want to see how I'm wearing this hair. But yes, so they sent me over 5 bundles, and of the 5 I did use an entire 4, and then like some of the 5 I didn't end up using the whole entire 5th bundle, which I mean, if I really wanted to fill it in I could, but I feel like it is super full. As always, like I do with all of my tutorials, I'm going to share my braid map of like how many braids that I have, as well as like my placement for the pieces as well, because I know that some people add the pieces in at different points, but I'm pretty like routine on like my technique. Like I do the same thing pretty much every single time as far as like adding it in. So I'm going to be giving you all those details and everything that you're going to need to know to achieve the look. So make sure that you do stay tuned if you want to see how we got this. So as I mentioned, I did use an entire 4 bundles of hair for this style. With the water wave hair, it is naturally like kind of big, so I don't feel like you need that much. Other than that, I did use my 3-way mirror to be able to achieve really clean, really sleek parts. The hair gel called the red one, that is my favorite gel. I use that for pretty much all of my styles. And then a crochet hook, and that's pretty much all you're going to need for today's style. So that's pretty much it. Make sure that you do check in the description for all of those products and everything like that, and check my Amazon storefront as well. First things first, I'm doing true medium, which means I'm gonna have 5 rows across the top, and then 2 rows behind the ear or under the ear, whatever it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and do that process. If you want to see like a more in-depth on how I do my braids, like my braid down, I'm gonna have my little tutorial here. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram, TikTok, and all the things, because yeah, we're doing like a little short BRB. Pre-parting and everything is done. I never ever skip pre-parting my hair, just because when I'm doing it myself, you can literally save so much time by parting your hair. Like you don't want to do your whole head and get to the top and find out that you don't have room and all the things. So yeah, so like I said, we did 5 rows on each side, so 10 rows all the way across the top, and then 2 rows below the ears, so that is 12 rows in total. Our braid map is going to look a little something like this. I'm anticipating to have about 50-ish braids, but we shall see. Now I was trying to determine, did I want to go ahead and braid everything down and then crochet the pieces in like I normally do. I know that a lot of people don't like the idea of like crocheting hair into your braids, but I feel like it's just so much easier. But I'm going to show you both ways that you can do it once we get to the top. So let me go ahead and do the back, how I like to do it, and then I'll show you like the little differences and everything in just 1 second. But no, parting and everything is done. BRB. Of course, this is how we're looking after we've pre-plaited and braided like the rows in the back. Now the ones on the top I'm going to feed in and just show you that method, but the ones on the bottom we're going to do the traditional way. First things first, I'm going to add this to the bottom of all of the braids. So I went ahead and done a few of them. This is how it looks. Not only does this secure the ends, but it also gives us a lot of length as well. Now, when you're adding it on the bottom, you want to be very careful, because you don't want this to slip out or fall out or anything. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So as you see, I just went ahead and braided my hair as normal, and then I'm going to begin braiding in the pieces. And you want to get a good inch of it braided in there. That gives you some room for like if it loosens or anything like that a little bit. Now, as I start to get to the bottom, as you see, I'm just kind of switching up the braid pattern a little bit so that it's stays. Like, I don't want it to unravel at all. I mean, once I do this knot, it's not going to unravel anyway, but that's just like an extra layer of security, if you will. As you see, I took like a little piece of the human hair and I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. Now on the thinner pieces like this, I don't have to wrap it around that much, but my hair is blunt in other areas, so I wrapped it around maybe like 3 or 4 times. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But the good thing with human hair is like, it's not gonna give you like a permanent knot. I told you, girl, I do not play about my technique. So my next step is I'm going to go around and add hair at the base of all of the braids. And that's just me taking the crochet hook and, you know, just pulling it through. This is going to give you all of the volume that you're looking for. I do take my time when I'm doing this. You don't want to pull any of your natural hair out at the root especially. But yeah, we're just going to go around to each of the braids and do this. This is such an essential step in my opinion. If you ever looked at somebody's hair and saw it looks like a little spacey, it's just because it's just not enough hair like at the root, if that makes sense. And this is what my hair looks like with all of the hair at the base. This is also a good time to show what it looks like with 2 bundles. At this point, we're about 3 bundles. I went ahead and added an additional piece of hair to each braid. And so this is what 4 bundles looks like. I said it's like 3 in some because I have to put some on the top, of course. But now I'm gonna go ahead and add the hair to the top, braiding it in just so I can show you the difference in that. Do I feel like that way is quicker? Probably not. But for the sake of the video, let me show you how to do it that way. So if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know I am the original boho queen, okay? I can do boho knotless extremely well, and doing it this method reminds me of that. This is really good if someone else is doing your hair, I will say, but if you're not really proficient in like braiding hair or you want like a quicker way, then I do recommend the other method. But for kicks and giggles, let's do it. So I am going to go ahead and add the hair in at the base. As you see, I positioned it right in between my middle finger and my index finger, and then I'm going to begin to plait. The easiest part about this versus like bulk hair is it's a lot easier to keep like steady. You don't have to worry about it slipping or anything like that. I'll say the only part is it's just an extra step. You have to slow down. So that is why I don't prefer this method, but it's so good. And the good thing is that you can add as much hair as you want to, and the pieces don't like really gang up on the braid like they would if you do like the crochet method. So you are literally just going to continue to braid just like you would if you were doing boho braids. Super easy, super simple, but just a little bit more time consuming. Naturally, I just wanted to show you how I'm doing this one more time. As you see, I'm just going to begin plaiting with my knuckles, and then I'm going to slide a piece of hair right in between my middle finger and my index finger. Now utilize a clip or something to keep that hair in place so that it doesn't get braided in by mistake or anything like that. And then just start braiding down. And then when you feel like you're getting to the end of like that plastic piece, that's when you're just going to flip it up and like use your clip again. I braid quickest underhanded, so as you see, I'm just flipping it to a more comfortable position so that I can braid a lot quicker. And as I'm approaching like that bottom piece, or that like plastic piece, I'm just moving my hair out the way so that I can flip it up. And then I'm just going to braid down another like 1/2 inch to 1 inch before I add in another piece. You can literally add in as many pieces as you want on this braid. You could so pack it out. That's one of the good benefits of doing it this method, and the hair doesn't really look like it's ganged up on the braid. And I'm just going to repeat that step once again. Just add the piece in, flip it up, and then braid down. And once you start feeling like you're coming to the end, you're going to flip it up just like so. Like I said, utilize the clip because it does get in the way. But no, super simple, super straightforward. If you are hesitant about crocheting the hair into your natural hair, then I definitely understand why you would want to do this method as opposed to the other one. I definitely recommend this if you're going to be using like a synthetic braiding hair, because synthetic braiding hair is a little bit harder to get the crochet hook into. But that's probably going to be the only reason I would recommend this method. I feel like it is more time consuming. With the other method, I can plop down on a couch with my crochet hook in my hair. I don't have to look in the mirror or be in the mirror or any of that. This does require me to be in the mirror. As you see, it's not even trying to stay. Now, as we're approaching the end of the actual braid, I want to make sure that I leave like maybe 2 centimeters of my hair in the braid. Not even a lot, for real. Just leave a little bit in there, and then I'm going to do like the last technique and take the smallest bit of the human hair and then just wrap it around and then knot it. How I seal the ends is probably my most asked question, so I'm just going to put some more emphasis on that and show you one more time. Just utilize the small piece of the human hair and wrap it around and knot it. I would not recommend adding any products, any glue or anything like that. You want to keep this hair reusable, so I like to avoid adding any products or anything like that. And so yeah, girl, that is pretty much it. And just like that, my love for the brown hairstyles has been extended. This is our final look, and I'm so obsessed with the results. I think I absolutely cleared. I got gel everywhere on the wall, on my shirt, everywhere, but I think this looks absolutely stunning. I did use pretty much almost all of the 5 bundles. I showed you guys that in the beginning. I absolutely love this. Thanks again to Ywigs for sponsoring today's video. They always get your girl right. Make sure that you do look for a link for this hair in the description box, as well as follow both of us on social media. I want to say thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.